I don't consider myself a sentimental person, but occasionally I'll come across something that really tugs on my heartstrings. The other day, I saw an article about this couple that had been married for over 60 years. Incredible, right? They met in high school French class. They fell in love. They got married. They had kids. They had grandkids. They were a constant presence in each other's lives for over 6 decades. But here's the part of the story that really got me. They actually died within an hour of each other. Within 1 hour after 60 years together. And I was like, this is incredible. It's like it illustrates the connection that you can make with another human being on this planet. You know, it's like you can have two people and they're almost living one existence. I thought it was extremely profound. Now, if any of you saw the same article I did, you're probably thinking, okay, but you're leaving something out. Yes, it was a murder-suicide. But you're missing the point. These people shared a relationship and, more importantly, shared a house for well over half a century before one of them tried to kill the other one. If that ain't love, you're crazy. I thought it was beautiful. Of course, if there's an afterlife, it's going to be kind of awkward. Were any of you fans of the TV show Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I love Stranger Things. Especially I love the special effects. I'm a sucker for special effects. Now, a lot of people are very, very cynical and jaded when it comes to special effects. You know, it's just like they're too cool for school. They're not impressed by anything, and the fact that they're not impressed by anything is like a badge of honor for them, right? I'm the opposite of that. I live for these moments where I can be like, oh my God, how did they do that? No show is better for those moments than Stranger Things. And Stranger Things is never better for those moments than in the final season. Some of you may already know where I'm going with this. I want to talk about the greatest special effect in all of Stranger Things. You know that scene where Will Byers tells everybody he's gay? And everybody is totally okay with it? And it's the 1980s? Oh my God, how did they do that? They show this tight close-up of Winona Ryder, who plays his mom. Her lip isn't trembling, her eye isn't twitching. She doesn't even tell him Jesus still loves him. This scene must have cost a fucking fortune. But you know, I want to talk about Kool-Aid. Specifically, grape flavor. No, not grape flavor. What I want to talk about is the expression, drinking the Kool-Aid. We're all familiar with this, right? If you say somebody's been drinking the Kool-Aid, you're saying that they bought into something they probably should not have bought into, but now they're a true believer and there's no reasoning with them anymore, right? We've all heard this. But you know where the expression comes from? If you do, you're my kind of people. If you don't, but you use the expression anyway, I'm sorry to say that you're part of the problem. But don't worry, you're not going to be part of the problem for much longer, because without further ado, in 1978, in Jonestown, Guyana, a bunch of cult members from the People's Temple committed suicide. The leader of the cult, Jim Jones, ordered them to drink Kool-Aid mixed with cyanide. Over 900 people died. It was horrible. I think it's important to know this backstory, because if you actually say somebody's been drinking the Kool-Aid, it's actually a very strong statement. It's like you're saying, basically, it's like this person has joined a cult led by a dumbass, because Jim Jones was definitely a dumbass, look it up. But they believe in this dumbass so strongly that they're willing to die for the dumbass. Yes. Drinking the Kool-Aid is a very strong expression. It should not be tossed around casually. But I've got a revelation for you, and this is a big one. When all those people, almost 1,000 of them, drank the Kool-Aid mixed with the cyanide, it wasn't actually Kool-Aid. It was Flavor-Aid. I'm going to say that again. Those poor bastards ingested Flavor-Aid mixed with poison, not Kool-Aid. Now, if you think I'm making that up, you should Google it, and then after you Google it, you should never doubt me again, because I'm not making it up. But here's my question. Do you think that the people at Flavor Aid were pissed off, and are potentially pissed off to this very day, that they missed out on all that free advertising? Because this was the biggest story in the world for a while, and it was Kool-Aid this and Kool-Aid that. Kool-Aid all day, every day, and meanwhile, those poor people over at Flavor Aid are like, hello? It was our beverage that helped kill those people. Can we get a little recognition? And you know Flavor Aid has always been living in Kool-Aid's shadow anyway, right? They're the Pepsi to their Coke, the Burger King to their McDonald's, the Chicago Cubs to their St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, that last one was a little bit personal and self-indulgent, but the point still stands. Imagine that you're the CEO of Flavor Aid. Some flunky runs into your big corner office one morning. Boss, you're not going to believe this. A bunch of crazy-ass cult members in South America just killed themselves using Flavor Aid mixed with poison. And the CEO's like, really? Oh, that's so terrible. You know how CEOs are. Oh, what a tragedy. But I guess at least people are talking about our product, right? Boss, you better sit down. What are you talking about? I am sitting down. Yeah, but this is really bad. Maybe you better get on the floor. So I have a proposal, and it's very obvious and it's very simple. I say that going forward, when we're describing someone who's bought into something that they probably shouldn't have bought into, but now they're a true believer and there's no reasoning with them anymore, we simply say that they've drunk the Flavor Aid. It's a very simple change. We could start right now. It's long overdue. It's time to give Flavor Aid their flowers for the important role they played in world history. And you may be saying to yourself, does this really matter in the grand scheme of things? Is this really important? Well, I can tell you how the people at Flavor Aid would respond. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.